Hello, I'm Dead Wizard Dante, and welcome back to Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Um, I have one goal for this video, which is that I would like to get past this right here. This is where I was stuck last time. So, my one goal for the day is to get past this obstacle, and if I don't manage it, well, I'll be back sooner than I was this time. Off to a great start. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't really sure where to go from there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure that's gonna work out for me. See, it's like I was saying before, and like I think the point of this game is this is much like life, where at the end of the day, I may be stuck in the same spot, but at least I'm moving. Well, now what do I do? Okay, wait. Actually, hold on. Hold on. Ah, okay. That could have been worse. What was that? That was nothing. There. I love when you just randomly just whiff everything completely, no contact. Okay. Okay, let's start. It's a start? No? Okay. So, what I'm thinking is I need to catch that lantern and, like, sort of get myself on top of it and then use that to sort of hop upward. So I need to manage to pull myself onto this thing without without falling under it. Slowly now. Okay, and... Okay, okay. Now what? Oh no. I might be stuck. Okay. Okay. We're getting there. We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Can I actually, like, fully set my... No, I cannot. That's okay. No, stop that, sir. Don't do that. That's a stupid move. We don't make stupid moves here. Only pro gamer moves here. I say hitting the same piece of metal 3 times. Just trying to move. There you go. Okay. What was that? I feel like I'm getting worse the longer that I do this. And I've only been doing it for like 5 minutes. It's really just the power that this game has, is like feeling like you're sitting there doing things forever, but really it's just like no time at all in the grand scheme of your day, and also of, you know, the whole of the game, because I'm stuck here doing this now, but I'm sure that if I manage to get past this and then get sent back here, maybe, just maybe, it'll be easier next time. For sure. Once again, this game is definitely not a metaphor about... a metaphor about life. Ooh, didn't hate that. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Gotta lock in. Focus. And hook. Okay. So this is where I was last time. Come on. Okay. I'm not sure what I did there. That was... I haven't heard from the narrator in a hot minute. Maybe he's just chilling there. He's watching me suffer, and he's just going. Dang, bro, that's crazy. Okay. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. See, I actually am. And that's, you know, that is something I will say that I do appreciate about this game, is I don't get mad at this game. Like, I'm not sitting here being like, man, this game is bullcrap. I'm sitting here being like, man, maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I just don't understand the secrets of Bennett Foddy. Perhaps, for me, Bennett Foddy is the horse at the stable that is wild, that no one can ride, and I am amongst the people who cannot ride it. It's too early to celebrate. This could still go horribly wrong.
For years now, people have been predicting that will soon be made out of fabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
I'm gonna be so real. I started this video full on thinking that this was probably gonna be another 40 minutes of me struggling with the exact same obstacle. Those stupid lanterns. And honestly, it could turn into that if I fall back down. But you know what? That's life. See, that worries me. That immediately causes me a great deal of concern. See, this one I think I'm gonna go like this. And...
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yeah, he gets it. Okay. Woo!
Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital
Woo,
landfill that we
okay.
call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash. But only trash culture. Be games, be movies, be music, be philosophy.
Whew. Okay. So now we get to learn things about physics. Whew. You see, that's that thing about actions and reactions. Every action will have an equal and opposite reaction. That's what I'm experiencing right now. What was...
No.
Okay. Don't say no to me, Cauldron Man.
Maybe
I thought
this
we
is
were
what
friends.
digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted.
Oh no. No. We're not even gonna... Okay. While I'm here, there's something that's been in the back of my mind that I need to check immediately. Which is... I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, and I really can't because of the way my brain is. Okay, this released in 2017. This game and its like philosophical ponderings released in 2017. This was before, things like Skippity Toilet and like internet discourse about like major discourse about like content and recycling content and like stuff about like Mr. Beast and his whole entire way of doing YouTube. And I think that's really poignant that even then people were kind of learning
There's 3D
and
models of breakfast. Gen X's
thinking
fanfic
to
novels,
themselves
scan
about
magazines, green
like
screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on Live Leak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups.
Yeah.
Car crash epic failed gifs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled.
Yeah, so this was literally what I was just about to talk about, is like even let's see, how long ago was 2017 at this point? 7 years ago, almost? Yeah. Just about 7 years ago. People were already thinking about the fact that, like, the internet is such a wild place. Like, it is an unknown element that, like, who knows how we're supposed to actually, supposed to interact with the internet. And there are so many people out here who are just... We are living our lives being driven by content. Oh, wrong way. I'm going to choose to follow instructions this time. But, like, it's fascinating to me to think about the fact that, like, the things that we face as problems today aren't necessarily new. They're just different. We live
Everything's
in
fresh
a digital
for about
age.
6 seconds until some newer thing beckons and we hit refresh. And there's
Yep.
years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight.
I mean, I think about that with like algorithms. Things like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok. Like he's saying, TikTok is literally like originally was you. It was like Vine, where you only had like a few seconds. Vine is the best example of it, and I know a lot of people praise Vine for that, but I also think Vine created this mentality that everything has to be quick, it has to be fast, it has to be original. It's led to things like people make fun of dialogue in Netflix shows being like, oh, you can tell that they wrote this dialogue trying to get it to become like a viral audio. And like, that's true. That's also how people write pretty much everything now. People will write sketch comedy that they want to post to, YouTube Shorts or whatever. And it's the most ridiculous thing because it's built to try and go viral, but like virality doesn't even exist anymore because you get your 6 seconds of fame. If you go beyond that, you don't matter anymore. Like, that's it. You're done. You had your moment, and now it's the next guy in my feed's turn. It's such a weird thing that we all buy into that, like, I don't know. Maybe it's good that I'm playing this game and talking about these things now because, I mean, that's like, oh. We're not going to talk about it. It's kind of like the whole reason that my channel exists, why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, and really even why I'm playing this game now, almost 7 years after it's been released, as one of the first things I'm playing here on this channel, is the fact that, like, I'm not doing this to go viral. I'm not doing this for views. If you're here watching and you don't know me personally, I'm glad you're here. But, like, I'm very aware of the fact that, like, 75% of my viewers are gonna be people who know me, people who want to come support me as I sit here and do my thing. And that's great. I'm glad you're here. I love you guys. And if you're here and you don't know me, I'm glad you're here. And I'm sure I could come to love you. In fact, I have love for all of humanity. But what's important to me when I do this is 2 things. That I'm having fun in the moment playing this game, and that it's something that would be fun to watch. That's what I want. I want to put out something that I enjoyed so that other people can share in that enjoyment. And in part, that's an exercise in vulnerability that I don't think a lot of people who create content or want to create content think about when they start. A lot of people will come in now with this plan. They have their plan of what they're gonna do. They already have, an editor. They already have, this nice equipment. They just come in and already it's a job to them. And I think, personally, I feel in my heart that at the end of the day... Hold on, I need to lock in for this. Okay. At the end of the day...
It's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things?
Yeah. At the end of the day, what matters most when you make content, and I think this will be what lasts, I think we're hitting a curve, we're coming back around on algorithmic content starting to become less and less functional, because it's not a sustainable way for the internet to exist. I think we're coming around on this curve of that becoming much more evident to people. And I think that the things that will last are the things that people enjoyed. We see that even with big content creators, you know. People like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye have started really only making the things that they enjoy again. And that's really great to see. It's very encouraging to see even big creators going, I'm not going to do this just because it's going to get good views. I'm going to do this because I want to and because I enjoy it. And I think that will create a better internet, a better world for us all when we all stop consuming hours, literally hours of micro content on platforms that are designed just to keep us staring and engaged with our screens. I have no idea how to bridge this gap. But I'm gonna figure it out. And you're gonna figure it out with me. Because that's how the world works. That's where we are. That's why, at the end of the day, the internet is more than just an assorted
The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before. That's the deal. C.S. Lewis.
I remember that one. That's why at the at the end of the day, the internet is not a collection of content. It is not a collection of many micro communities. Though micro communities exist within it, it is as itself its own community. We are all... I read a book recently that... Hold on, I have the book here. This book. It's called From the Garden to the City. It's by a man named John Dyer. It is a Christian philosophy book about technology. The author is I believe he has a background in teaching and in like IT, like tech support type stuff. And there's something that he said in that that I have been thinking about a lot, which is that people in the world now have to understand, have to come to grips with the fact that we all have dual citizenship. We are citizens of the world, in my case, a citizen of the United States of America. We are also citizens of the digital world. We are digital citizens, and we have to be responsible and
I feel within me
aware
a peace
of
above
that
all
fact.
earthly dignities, a still and quiet conscience. William Shakespeare.
I thought that sounded familiar. It is, that's why it's important to, be aware of things like digital footprint, to understand things like, the things you say on the internet are forever. It's easy for me to look at someone's opinion on the internet and say, no, you're wrong, and because you're wrong, you're dumb, and I don't like you, and I'm going to, yell at you about this. That's super easy to do, but that doesn't make it right. In fact, if anything, that should tell me that it's wrong, because nothing worth doing comes easy. I mean...
You cannot now believe that you will ever feel better.
I mean, look
but
at me.
This is not true. You're sure to be happy again, and knowing this, truly believing it, will make you less miserable now. Abraham Lincoln.
I mean, look at this. Look at me. Look what I'm doing right now. This is hard. I literally barely remember being at this point. I don't remember... I think this is before the Lantern Gap. I'm literally having to re-examine and reface a time that was rather difficult I'm having to go right back into that interaction with with the lantern gap. Worse, I'm going back further. um, it, and that's where the metaphor of this game is really great, especially to face now as we are in the most digital age of all time, in the age of AI and recycled media, and the fact that it's literally built on the corpses of other art. Like, what what are we doing with our existence on the internet that we are allowing the world to be the way that it is, and yet also at the same time a lot of the people who want to try and fix things aren't doing anything to fix things. They're just spreading more of the same of what other people are doing, which is in itself also recycling. You know, if I sit here and I repeat back rhetoric of, you know, AI art bad, which it is, if I repeat back AI art bad, but I don't understand what it is about it that I think is bad, and all I say to you is, well, you're stupid because you don't understand. You don't understand why this thing is true. You don't understand why AI art is bad. And I'm gonna sit here and explain it to you. Well, maybe they do understand that, and they just don't care. Which is why arguing with people on the internet is the worst thing ever invented. Because I can sit here and argue all day long with someone on the internet whose opinion I disagree with, and you know what I'm gonna get out of it? Nothing. I'm gonna get angry, I'm gonna be full of hate, they're gonna get angry, they're gonna be full of hate, and this cycle will continue until one or both of us gets tired and tries to move on with our life. It is literally free when someone says something you don't like on the internet to just keep scrolling. You don't even, on YouTube, you don't even have to hit a dislike button. You can just keep going. You can move on. In fact, if anything, that would be, if you are scrolling the internet and you see something that makes you want to argue with a person in the comments, the best thing you can do in that moment is take that as a sign to get off of whatever thing you're on, whether that's, you know, watching YouTube, whether that's on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, or TikTok, even Pinterest. If there's something that makes you want to argue in the comments, just
hang in there. Don't let it get to you.
I won't.
But also, let it get you a little bit.
You don't have to take this, but take it! It is the best thing you can do in that moment when you want to argue with people on the internet is to take that as a sign to get off of your phone, to get off of your computer, go outside, not touch grass. You don't have to go touch grass. You just need to go for a walk. Go outside. If you live in a neighborhood, take a little walk around the block. If you live in the middle of nowhere, sit on your porch. Watch the birds. Just be for a minute. Be a person. Exist outside of the things you consume for just a moment, and then you can go back. And odds are what you're gonna do is go, you know, after sitting outside and watching the birds for a few minutes, I think what I've learned is that what this random stranger on the internet thinks about which two characters in a piece of fiction should marry each other does not matter to me as much as I think it does. I hope that they get to go outside and experience life like I have. And maybe, just maybe, we can all be bettered by this. Because believe me, I know so well. It is so... In some ways, it is very rewarding to be on the internet and to be good at arguing. I'm someone who's very good at arguing. I got told when I was young that I would make a good lawyer because I was good at arguing. The truth was that is exactly why I should never be a lawyer. Because just because I'm good at arguing does not mean that I should be arguing. You know, I'm very good at picking apart what a person is saying and being like, this is what you mean by that, and this is why it's wrong, and it makes you sound dumb and stupid. And that's a mean thing to do. There's a mean thing to be. It's why there are, you know, we have these famous debaters. I can't remember any off the top of my head, but we have famous debaters who a lot of people who have a lot of very important things to say, and who are frequently quite right about a lot of things on a factual basis. But given that they don't consider humanity, most people will just tune out what they're saying. And that's, I think, very fair of them to do. Personally, if someone were trying to convince me that I were wrong and they started yelling at me, I would just assume that I was right. If someone started insulting my intelligence, I'm not going to listen to what they have to say. And that's pretty much all internet discourse is now, is being like, well, you're stupid because you believe this. You know, you're stupid because you think Elon Musk is cool. Oh no, but you're stupid because you think that Elon Musk is a Nepo baby who got his riches off of apartheid emerald mines and the slavery of thousands of people in an awful industry. You know, we can't say what's true necessarily. But saying that someone's stupid because they've been misled, or stupid because they want to believe something, is, I think, not a great way to convince people of anything. If anything, it's a great way to push them away from everything, and it's also a great way... I cannot get this. It is also a great way to harm yourself. And at the end of the day, all you are doing when you... Dang it. At the end of the day, all you are doing when you fight with people, when you spend your time just trying to convince people that you are right, all you wind up doing is making yourself feel tired, making yourself feel alone, even if there are people who agree with you, and making yourself feel like you're stuck at the bottom of a mountain in a cauldron with nothing but a sledgehammer to get you out. That's not gonna work. Okay. And just like that, we move on with our life. This is gonna be a long one, guys. We're going to... I'm going to finish this game, by the way. I hope you guys understand that. I'm going to finish this game, and I'm probably going to spend a lot of it talking about the same talking points over and over and over again. You guys are going to be sick of me by the time we're done with this. But we'll get there. And in the end, when we reach the top, when we get over this seemingly insurmountable obstacle, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go right back. We're gonna do the same thing with a different obstacle. We're gonna do it again and again and again until one day we can look back and see every mountain, every one of these obstacles that we've made it over. And we're gonna get to sit there and look over all of it. Say, look what I've done. I've climbed so many mountains.
The vertical wall here has a way of getting it harder the more times you try it. I think anger makes you swing the hammer harder, and that can push you away from the wall.
I mean, if you're getting angry, I'm not. One day we will all get to look back and think about the fact that we did that. We made it. We actually got through so much. And I think that's pretty neat. Anyways, all of that is to say, I think this game is a great metaphor for life. And I think that the life we choose to live and the philosophies that we choose to consume can be consumed just as well from a frustrating game about a man in a cauldron climbing a mountain with a sledgehammer as we can reading the deepest book that we can find at a used bookstore. Because at the end of the day, it's the same. After all, recycled assets. Great big heap of information. Just sitting there, waiting. Okay, I'm gonna cross this gap. And this is where we'll pick up next time. I want to thank you guys for sticking through it with me. We're going to come back to this again and again and again, and I'm going to keep playing this until I finish it. I'd also like to thank you guys for sticking with it through me, through, well, the fact that this is pretty much a 45-minute episode of me rambling about philosophy, prompted only by the occasional sounds of the narrator encouraging me, or just him rambling about the exact same thing. I hope that this is as fun for you guys as it is for me, and I hope that it means as much for you guys as it does for me. With all that said, that's all I have for today. I hope you have a good one, and whether it's middle of the day, the evening, or the middle of the night, I hope that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you can find some peace. Good day, good evening, and good night.